Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kolan Simango. I'm a member of this committee. Thank you very much. Greetings, everybody. My name is Kenneth Kaunda. I'm a member of this committee.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. My name is Bojanala, indeed a member of this portfolio committee. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. In terms of our program, as the leader of the delegation, I will make some remarks and briefly perhaps touch on the bill itself. Thereafter, we will allow you to make oral presentation. This is your day. Ours is to sit here, chair, and listen. This bill was adopted by Parliament last year. And the parliamentary rules enjoined this portfolio committee to invite public inputs in processing this bill. Indeed, last year, beginning of this year, we invited written submissions. By key stakeholders. In particular, the National House of Traditional and Khoisan Leaders. We have started now public hearings throughout the country. You are the 7th province to visit. We still have to proceed to Limpopo and round up in the Western Cape. Then the committee will have to sit in the beginning of September and process the consolidated inputs and take decision on the bill and submit it to Parliament passage. As I have indicated, we are on this public hearing on this independent Municipal Demarcation Authority bill. The bill is tagged or classified as the ordinary bill in terms of Section 155 of the Constitution.
Section 155
And the bill is arranged in 5 chapters, consisting of 52 clauses or sections. The first chapter deals with the definition of the terms of the bill, as well as the purpose, which is the establishment of an independent Municipal Demarcation Authority to repeal and replace the Municipal Demarcation Act of 1998. Chapter 2 of the bill focuses on the establishment, the status, powers and functions of the Municipal Demarcation Authority. In terms of this bill,
go latela bili ena
it proposes that this authority
e sisinya hore lekgotla lena le laolang
should assume
le lokela go nka boikarabelo
a constitutional institution status,
o tlameha ho ba lekgotla le theilweng ho latela molao wa motheo,
that it must be independent,
le tlameha ho kemela,
impartial
le se ke la kgetha mokapere
in redetermining,
ha le rala meedi,
determining
ha le
municipal boundaries
ha le rala meedi ya bomasepala,
and internal ward delimitations.
le ha le rala hore na what if
This
e kae.
must be done without fear of favor.
Ba lokela ho etsa seo ba sa tshabeng.
That's why it is taken from that constitutional instruction.
Ke ka lebaka leo e nkilweng ho molao wa motheo e le taolo ya molao wa motheo.
Then the other chapters, they deal with the issue of the
Kgaolo tse ding di bua ka ditaba tse amanang le
Demarcation Appeals Authority.
bolaodi bo sebetsanang le boipiletso ditabeng tsa meedi ya bomasepala.
That will deal with disputes arising from demarcation of municipal boundaries.
Haeba ho eba le diphehisano kapa dikgang tse tswang ka lebaka la meedi ya bomasepala.
And it also focuses on the composition of such appeals authority.
Mme hape ho bua ka hore na makgotla a jwalo a maipiletso a lokela ho ba maholo a kae.
It proposes that that board should consist of a minimum of 7 and a maximum of 7 members.
E sisinya hore makgotla a jwalo a lokela ho a se ke a ba le ditho tse ka tlase tse supileng, mme ba se ba feta 10.
Who must be suitably qualified
Lokela ho ba batho ba nang le boitsebelo mosebetsing wa bona
to manage demarcation processes.
hore ba sebetsane le mesebetsi ya ho sea meedi.
Secondly, that people who would actually compose this board
Mme ntlha bobedi ke batho ba tla ba dikotong tsena
will not be nominated from people holding political office
e se ke ba batho ba tshwereng marapo mane le mekgeng ya politiki,
and employees in full time in the state.
mme e se ke ba batho ba hirilweng moshwelella mane makaleng a mmuso.
The bill seeks to propose
Bili ena e sisinya hore
that a 10-year review of demarcation and redetermination
ho lokela ho hlahlojwe meedi ka mora dilemo tse ka bang 10
to replace the 5-year term tenure,
hore e se ya hlola e ba dilemo tse hlano,
so that stability
e le hore ho be le botsitso
in municipalities
bomasepaleng
and the capacity
le bokgoni ba bomasepala
is developed within that 10-year period.
gore nakong ena dilemo tse 10 ho be le botsitso bomasepaleng,
Because the vaccination from assigning powers from the 2 tiers from district to local within a 5-year term creates instability.
hobane taba ena ya hore nakong ya dilemo tse 5 ho so ho thewa meedi e etsa hore se ka ba le botsitso.
The bill also proposes that capacity assessment should be undertaken when redetermining municipal boundaries as well as delimiting the wards.
Hape ho lokela ho be le tekolo ya hore na hona le bana le bokgoni ha ho shejwa taba tsena tsa ho sea meedi ya di-ward.
The amendment of this bill and renaming it was necessitated by
Ho ne ho hlokahala hore bili ena e fetolwe mme re
community protest,
ka lebaka la boitseko kapa ditwetwe tse entsweng ke setjhaba
court action
mehato e nkilweng ke makgotleng
arising out of the demarcation process.
e le dintho tse bakilweng ke mehato ya ho sea meedi.
The bill now is intended to respond
Jwale bili ena e leka ho kgahlametsa kapa ho sebetsana le maemo ana,
to address those issues.
hore ho sebetsana le maemo ao ka katleho.
That's the intent and the spirit of the bill.
E ke sona sepheo sa bili ena.
Now we are here
Jwale re mona
to listen to you.
hore re le
17.
Wata bona ke wata e le gore e tona go feta diwati tse tsotlhe e le gore e ka kgona go dira diwati tse pedi.
It is the biggest ward in our area, which can actually be divided into 2 wards.
E na le di-informal settlement tse 8.
It comprises of 8 informal settlements.
Re ikopela ko botong gore re kopa gore Ward 17 e afoliwe.
We are making an appeal that Ward 17 should be divided.
And se sengwe gape se ke se kopang gore before boto e tla
My other plea is before the new board comes in,
re kopa gore di-meeting di tshwarwe mo diholong.
we hereby request that the community meetings must be held in halls
So that everyone a kgone go ya ko holong eo ane invited mo holong eo.
so that everybody can be invited to those meetings.
And ya bobedi ke a Ventersdorp le Tlokwe.
The other one is Ventersdorp and Tlokwe.
So na a ke tlo go adopta that bill because of re kopa re le JB Max re kopa go ikemela.
I'm not going to support this bill because we feel that as JB Max we want to be independent.
Ventersdorp ha e kopa tsiwa le Tlokwe go tile Ventersdorp ya thusiwa mare but now re bona challenge e mo go rona ya no mo go JB Max a re sa tlhole re bona ditirelo.
Since the merge of the 2 towns, Ventersdorp and Tlokwe, we are currently having a challenge that now it seems Tlokwe is overburdened. And now Tlokwe is not able to render services to its residents.
Ke a leboga.
I thank you. Hello, Paps. Good afternoon.
From Ward 6. Galekgetho.
My name is Tebogo Khetho from Ward 6.
I just want to go over what the other speaker said about in terms of the merge of Ventersdorp and Tlokwe.
Ke batla fela go boeletsa ntlha e se bui se se tswang fa a se buileng ka go kopangwa ga di masepala tsa Ventersdorp le Tlokwe.
Really, we as people of Tlokwe, we are having a burden right now.
Rona re le baagi ba Tlokwe ra imelesega.
Because we cannot meet our service delivery issues based on having a problem with Ventersdorp that was basically a municipality that was run by zero budget.
Rona re le masepala wa Tlokwe ga re kgone go dira ditirelo ka ntlha ya gore re imetswe ke go rwala masepala wa ko Ventersdorp o gorogileng fa e le gore o tla o sena le budget.
Then if you look at the factors to be taken account on number 24 on chapter 3, then you can look at
ba re ka le ba dintlha tse leng gore mo tloseng eo ya bo 23 tse le gore di tshwanetse gore di elwe tlhoko.
subsection K 1, 2, and 3.
Mo tlase ga subsection K 1, 2, and 3.
It's really what is happening right now because we've always had a burden with the Ventersdorp story, as the way it was even done, it was wrong from the first time.
Re khale re ntse re na le bothata ka go imelwa ke masepala wa Ventersdorp ibile re ngwangwa re khale gore tsela e dirilweng ka teng ga ya siama.
Then we can go back to the other speaker, I don't know, the lady just here, when she pointed out that the measure from the onset has been problematic because of, if you can look at all these factors.
Le ga re ka lebella gore go ya ka se bui se sa tswang go tswa fa mme o na bua fa ha re ka lebella dintlha tse di mo pele ga ka fa ha re ka lebella tota ka mokgo go kopangwa ga di masepala go dirilweng ka teng.
And the very same document here, what is said here is strictly the opposite of what is supposed to be done before.
Se re se bonang mo tokomaneng e, se se tlhagisitsweng fa, ke ga se tota se se diragalang, ke se sa diragaleng ga jana.
Secondly, I'm worried about my ward. My ward, every time the Demarcation Board is taking streets out of it. Currently, I'm having 30 streets in Ikageng.
Ke tshwenyegile gape ke ward e ke dulang mo go yone. Nako le nako ba fokotsa mebila mo wardeng ya me. Ke ne ke na le mebila e le 36.
No, I'm having 13 within the township and 7 in Dasirand.
Ga jana ke na le mebila e le 7 mo Motsestoropong.
And it creates a problem when coming to service delivery issues because of we are being demarcated by only one line of the street. Then the other, if we are busy with our programs this side, those people from, it's an old township, it's a third generation ward, that one. Then if they see Umakhelwane, this side, getting a certain service and they don't get it, it becomes problematic because
molelwane wa strata fo yano ba bangwe ba ke Motsesetoropo wa bogologolo thata jaano ebile re ka o bitsa gore ko wena wa generation di le tharo yaano ha ba bona go nna le ditirelo tsa go baakanya ka fa e kete ga ba tsege sentle.
Then I'm currently pleading to the Demarcation Board that it should be rectified. The old Ward 6, previously being Ward 8.
Ke ne ke ikuela gore e baakanywe gore e a bogologolo ene bidwa gore ke Ward 6 ga jana e bidwa Ward 8.
No, before it was Ward 8.
Oh, bogologolo ene bidwa Ward 8 ga jana e bidwa Ward 6.
Then we should come and determine whereby how many streets can we extend from that? Can you extend so that we must get equal service delivery? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. We are not supposed to respond in what we're saying. You may ask us questions. We're just putting your questions down for the committee to consider. Yeah, and one thing just to clarify, we are a committee of parliament. Our main function is to make laws and oversight government.
Ntlha e nngwe ke ratang go itotobatsa ke gore rona re komiti ya palamente tiro ya rona ke go dira melao le go ya go bona gore a melao ya diragadiwa ka go lekola ko mafelong a farologaneng.
We oversight the national government from the presidency, the whole cabinet and departments, provincial executive and their departments, and the municipalities.
Rona tiro ya rona ke go lebella mafapha otlhe ga mmogo le di province ga mmogo le bo masepala go bona gore a ba diragatsa ka mmogo ba tshwantse gore ba diragatse ka teng.
Can I then invite another round of hands?
Ke kopa matsogo.
1, my lady, 2, 3, Ndade, 4. Come forward and take your seat. 5 down there. I only have 5. I need 10. I need 10. Nonetheless, you remain a woman and a man even if you have not spoken.
Ho ntse o le jwalo, o ntse o le motho wa mme, le haeba ha wa bua.
Number one,
Wa pele.
your name, your ward, or your municipality, and you far on.
Bolela hore na o mang, o tswa kae, le taba tsa hao.
Good afternoon.
Dumelang.
My name is Heinricha Hodgson.
Ke Henry Hudson.
I'm from the JB Marks
Ke
municipality.
tswa masepaleng wa JB Max.
I reside in Ward 3,
Ke dula Ward 3.
but I'm also the councillor of Ward 5.
Empa hape ke mokhanselara wa Ward 5.
There are a couple of things in the bill that are concerning to me.
Hona le dintho tse mmalwa bileng ena tse kgathatsehileng ka tsona.
I can start by raising section 23,
Mane ho karolo ya 23,
subsection C and D,
ha o re ya mane ho C le D.
where it is stated that when the authority determines or redetermines a municipal boundary, its objectives must be to establish an area
Hore ha lekgotla lena le laolang le etsa qeto ya moedi wa masepala kapa le hlophisa moedi botjha,
that enables integrated development
le lokela ho tiisa hore hona le ntshetsopele e kopanetsweng.
and has a tax base as inclusive as possible of users of municipal services in the municipality.
Mme hona le lekgetho le akaretsang ka hohle ka hokaganang bohle ba amehang moo masepaleng oo, e le hore ditshebeletso di ka namela ho bohle masepaleng oo.
In this regard, I want to add on to the previous speakers, my colleague over there, as well as the last speaker before me.
Ntlheng ena ke lakaletsa ho thatiselletsa ho se builweng ke sebui se tlileng pele le ba bang ba ileng ba ka ba bua.
And I want to specifically refer to the Ventersdorp Tlokwe situation,
Mme ke lakatsa ho toboketsa taba ena ya Ventersdorp le Tlokwe,
where we have a specific situation where the Tlokwe tax base, if I can call it that, the people who are paying the rates here,
mo lekgetho mona Tlokwe batho ba hle ba patala di-rate tsa bona mona,
are in actual fact carrying the Ventersdorp residents.
mme jwale ba jara boima ba ka kwana ka Ventersdorp.
So we don't have an inclusive tax base.
Ha rena batho ba kakaretso ya palo ya batho ba patalang lekgetho ha se bohle ba le patalang.
And that creates a situation where the municipality becomes more bankrupt and cash-strapped by the day, because one part of the municipality is carrying another part.
Mme seo se etsa hore masepala o qetella o sena ditjhelete, o qetella o tjhonne hobane batho ba bang ha ba patale ditshebeletso.
Then section 24,
Mme mane ho section 24 kapa karolo ya 24,
there are also parts that concern me,
hona le dikarolo tse ding tse ke kgathatsehileng ka tsona.
and I wish to refer to those relevant parts.
Mme ke lakatsa ho toboketsa dikarolo tseno tse hlileng ke amehileng ka tsona.
It reads as follows: in order to attain the objectives set in section 23, the authority must, when determining or redetermining a municipal boundary, take into account
E re ha lekgotla lena le etsa qeto ya ho hlophisa moedi wa masepala kapa ho hlophisa botjha, le lokela ho ela hloko dintlha tse latelang.
subsection B, the need for cohesive, integrated, unfragmented areas, including metropolitan areas.
Hore ho hlokahala hore ho be le momahano le tshebedisano, ho se ke ha ba le dikarolo tse kolotsweng ho akareletsa le dibaka tsa toropo.
Now, as a councillor, I serve on both the JB Marks Council as well as the District Municipality Council of Dr Kenneth Kaunda.
Ke le mokhanselara ke sebetsa bo masepaleng bana ba babedi, Dr Kenneth Kaunda le and what else?
Dr Kenneth Kaunda District Municipality.
Masepala wa Stereke wa Dr Kaunda.
So I have first-hand experience of the integrated development plan system.
Ke iponetse ka mahlo taba ena ya tsamaiso e kopanetsweng.
And my experience of that is that it's a duplication of functions.
Nnete ke hore ke pheta-phetane ya mosebetsi e sa hlokahaleng.
Then I'm also concerned about subsection 3, which says the need to share and redistribute financial and administrative resources.
mme jwale ho bua hape le ka ho arolelana ditjhelete le taba tsa bokgoni ba tsamaiso.
Because as I've already stated, it doesn't work if one municipality literally just distributes that municipality's resources to another municipality.
Hobane jwalo ka ke boletse ha e sebetse taba hore masepala o mong o tla e tla ba ona o phallela masepala o mong.
And then lastly, I'm also extremely concerned about subsection L, the need to rationalize the total number of municipalities. Where does this need come from?
Mme jwale ho bua ka hore ho hlokeha hore ho kopangwe palo yohle ya bo masepala hobaneng taba e hlile le ya bohlokwa.
And then I have one last concern, and that is section 26(1), subsection A.
Mme ke na le ntho nngwe e ke ngongorehang ka yona mane ho karolo ya 26A,
which states that the board may determine in a democratic country. I really don't think I can live with a board, taking own initiatives in something as huge as this.
naheng ena e laolwang ke democracy ha ke dumele hore nka dumellana le hore lekgotla lena le tla iketsa bogata fela ka ntho e kgolo hakana kana.
Thank you.
Ke a leboha. Wa bobedi. Ke a leboha hle bahlomphehi.
My name is Manye Moroka. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Municipal Demarcation Board.
Ke nna Manye Moroka, ke nna mookamedi wa masepala mona.
I'd like to clarify two things to make it easier for people participating here today.
Ke lakatsa hore ke hlakise nthonyana tse seng kae bakeng sa batho ba tlang ho kgatha tema letsatsing la kajeno.
The current board handles its affairs in terms of the Municipal Demarcation Act as is now.
Hona jwale tjena boto e sebetsang e phetha mesebetsi ya yona e ipapisitse le molao wa media bo masepala.
Okay. Currently, the parliamentary committee is looking at a bill and the amendments to be made.
Ha jwale komiti ena ya parlamente e sheba hore na bili ena e sebetsa jwang e tsamaya jwang le hore na e le ama jwang.
But to make it easier, for the issues raised earlier about the merger of Tlokwe and Ventersburg,
empa hore ke le nolofalletse ditabeng tsena tse amanang le ho kopangwa ha Tlokwe le Ventersdorp.
I want to firstly indicate that there are three ways the board considers submissions made.
Hona le ditsela tse tharo tseo ka tsona lekgotla lena le hlahlobang dintlha tse tlisitsweng ho lona.
If the proposal does not make the grade, it's declined from the start.
Haeba tshisinyo e sa sebetse e qhelelwa ka thoko ho tloha sethathong.
If there are reasons to look at it, it goes into formal investigations which will involve the municipality and the members of public.
Haeba ho hlokahala hore e shebisiswe e iswa methating e latelang ho bo masepala mme le mehatong e meng e leng hore e ke ya molao.
And the third and the last one, it will go into public participation where a hall like this one, members of the public will be given an opportunity to present their case on what has been advertised.
Mme qetellong jwale ke teng mo tla bitswa setjhaba jwalo ka ha re kopane tjena hore setjhaba se tlo ntsha maikutlo a bona ka ditaba.
Now for the Northwest, the public participation processes will commence from the 4th of September.
Ho tloha ka di 4 tsa kgwedi ya Lwetse kapa kgwedi ena ya borobong ho tlo qala dipitso tsa setjhaba mona provinceng ya Northwest
for the affected areas as advertised.
Bakeng sa dibaka tsena tse amehang jwalo ka ha o ile ha bapatswa kapa ha bolelwa seo tsebisong.
For Tlokwe and Ventersdorp, our officials will now go and do a further formal investigation.
Bakeng sa Tlokwe le Ventersdorp bahlanka ba mmuso ba tlo tla ba ya ba etse dipatlisiso tse hlokahalang.
The importance thereof is the following. If in the past, before amalgamation, a municipality was functioning well, but now in the current submission, it is likely not to function well.
mme jwale dintlheng tse le di hlokomelang ho hlokomela hore ha o se a ntho ha di sa tsamaya hantle.
The investigation will reveal that.
Patlisiso ena e tla senola yona taba eo.
Now, what's going to happen? The investigations and public participations are happening August, September, and October.
Kgweding ena ya Phato, ya Lwetse le ya Mphalane ke teng moo ho tlo tla ho etswa dipatlisiso tsena le ho le tlhahlobo ena ya ditaba.
So the issues that you are raising about your affected area in terms of the municipal demarcation, just be certain that you are alive there and you present your views there.
Kgodisehang hore ditaba tsena tseo le di hlahisang tse amanang le meedi ya Tlokwe le Ventersdorp. Taba tsa lona tlong le tlo tla di hlahisa moo no ehlile di bohlokwa di ka thusa moo.
Okay. Now, lastly, on the Independent Municipal Demarcation Authority bill,
Jwale billing ena eo re tshohlang ya lekgotla le ikemetseng le laolang meedi ya bommasepala.
the important aspect to deduce from it is that there's now going to be a 10-year, there's planned to have a 10-year demarcation and redetermination process.
Ntlha ya bohlokwa e le lokelang ho e ela hloko mono ke hore jwale le se tlo fuwa o se tlo ba le dilemo tse 10 tsa ho hlahloba tshebetso ya masepala nakong eno ya ha o se kopantswe dilemo tseno tse 10 ke teng mo le tlo kgona hore le shebe hore na masepala o sebetsa jwang.
The reason being,
Lebaka ke lena.
once the board has taken a decision on a municipality and it begins to stabilize within 4 to 5 years,
Hang ha lekgotla le nkile qeto mabapi le ho kopanya masepala mme jwale ho bonahala hore wa tsitsa nakong ya dilemo tse 5,
somebody then applies and then it gets looked into.
motho e mong a ka kenya kopo mme taba ya shebisiswa ka tsela e batsi.
Okay. And then on the issue of the wards, please let's separate the two. Currently, we are looking at what we call municipal boundary determinations.
Tabeng ya di-ward ha re ke re aroleng taba tsena tse pedi hona jwale tjena re bua ka taba ya
Municipal boundaries.
meedi ya bommasepala.
The one for the wards was looked into in 2021. It will be looked into within the 5 years to the next local government elections.
E nngwe ena ya di-ward e shebilwe ka
2021,
ka 2021
it takes 5 years to the next
mme
local
tlang ka sehla seno sa dilemo tse 5 pele e ka ya hlahlojwa botjha.
However, we will go to Parliament to present to Parliament, to say to Parliament, what I presented now, it's in terms of the old Act. But
Seo
if
ke
this,
seo ke se buileng hona jwale tjena ke se amana le molao wa pele mme re tlo tla re ya parlamenteng re lo ba tshetlehela ditaba hore
if the bill becomes an act before then, there will be adjustments that will be made.
haeba bile ena e ka ba molao pele ho mono ho tla ba o so entswe diphetoho o tla ba le diphetoho tse tla beng di tlameha ho etswa.
Okay. Now, when you want to raise issues, please take the email of Barileng. It's simple.
Ha le batla ho hlahisa ditaba ke kopa le nke email ya Barileng
BARI LENG at demarcation.org.
at demarcation.org.
But I'll also be seated here, Chairperson, for the next 1 hour, so that if people want to ask questions related to Demarcation Board, they can come to me and I'll go outside, so that we handle the independent bill.
Ke tla be ntse ke le mona na ke tlo qeta hora ke ntse ke le mona hore ha batho bana dipotso ba ka tla ba ra buisana mane empa hona jwale tjena e ka ba nako e ntle ya hore ho tshohlwe taba ya bili ena e ka pela lona.
Thank you, Chair, and my apologies for taking so long.
Ke re tsola monna ke makolla.
Thank you, CEO, for that clarification.
Ra leboga CEO ka tlhaloso e tseneletseng eo.
Number 3.
Thank you very much, Chairperson of the session.
Ke lebogile go menagane modulasetulo.
My name is Mafinki Stephen Tlome. Mafinki Stephen Tlome.
Leina la ka ke Mafinki Stephen Tlome.
I reside in Ward 6.
Ke nna ko Ward 6.
I work as a ward councillor.
Ke dira ke le mo ward councillor-a.
Let me appreciate the fact that Parliament came to the people.
Ke itumelele gore tota parlamente e tlile ko bathong.
But in my view
Go ya ka nna
and in my understanding,
ka se ke se tlhaloganyang.
Municipal Demarcation Board
Go kgaoganngwa ga melelwane, boto e ya go kgaoganngwa ga melelwane
has its own platform
e na le serala sa
engage
yona
on the community
go bua le
and
baagi
teaching the community
go ruta baagi
their functions.
ditiro tsa bona
But for the CEO to be standing here,
gore CEO a tloe mafa
I feel that the Municipal Demarcation Board
ke akanya gore boto e ya bommasepala
is a bilious entity.
ke sengwe
It's a bilious entity that infringe on our rights as citizens of this country
ke e leng gore ya
when we
tshwenya
engage our parliament that we have elected.
mme e gata ka ditshwanelo tsa rona
It must be known
go itsagale
to the national parliament
mo parlamenteng ya bosetšhaba
our views,
dikakanyo tsa rona
because in my understanding, whatever views that we are going to give them
go ya ka se ke se tlhaloganyang sengwe
are
le
not
sengwe se reng
going
go
to be
se
noted.
ga di ye go tseelwa tlhogong
Firstly, when they started the process of consultation,
fa ba ne ba simolola go buisana le
they've
baagi
started with political parties instead of communities,
ba simolotse pele ka go buisana ka makoko a sepolotiki go na le go buisane le baagi
of which
se e leng gore
the most affected people
batho ba ba amegang
in
thata
terms of these measures
go ya ka go kopangwa go
is the community, not political
ke
parties.
baagi e seng makoko a sepolotiki
So we must not be taken for a ride.
le ska re tseela ko tlase
They must create their own platform where they are going to engage with us as community
le
members.
tle ka serala sa lona se e leng gore le tlo go buisana le rona re le baagi
I would fully disagree with him.
ga ke dumalane le ene ka
We have
go
made submissions
re dirile
in
ditshwaelo
terms of their process that they are running
go ya ka se tiro ya bona e ba e
in
dirang
our various wards.
go ya ko diodeng tsa rona tse di
We did
farologaneng
indeed communicate
go nnile le tlhaeletsano
to our communities
mo baaging
the message of parliament
molaetsa wa
that the
palamente
parliament is coming today to present the bill.
gore palamente e tla gompieno ka molaotlhomo
And the message that we are hearing from the community as public
molaetsa o re
servants
tlang ko go ona go tswa ko baaging
is that it must be noted
go tshwanetse gore go itsiwe
by the parliament of the Republic of South
ke
Africa
palamente ya republic ya Afrika
that the
Borwa
community of Ward 6
gore baagi ba Ward 6
does not support
ga ba tshegetse
the merge between Ventersdorp and Potch
go kopangwa ga Ventersdorp le Potchefstroom
because of various facts that I can give now.
ka ntlha mabaka a mantsi a nka tlhagisang ga
We've
jaana
got a budget in a municipality
re na le tekanyetsokabo
that has degraded from 2.3 billion to 2.1 billion
e ileng ko tlase go tla go 2.3 go ya ko 2.1 billion
in this financial year.
mo ngwageng ono wa ditšhelete
Most of the projects that are implemented to people who are not paying for services.
bontsi ba ditirelo tse di newang di neelwa batho ba e leng gore ga ba duele sepe
I'm standing here as a public servant
ke eme jaana ke le modiredi puso
before the Parliament of the Republic.
mo pele ga palamente ya
I know
Afrika
some are
Borwa
going to victimize me being a public servant and sharing the message that I got from those who have elected me to be where I am today.
ke a itse gore botshelo ba ka bo tlile go nna mo kotsing ka ntlha ya tshedimosetso e ke tlhagisitseng fa ka ntlha gore ke le modiredi puso
Truth must be told.
nnete yona tshwanetse e buiwe
We must never become reactionarist
re se ka tla fa ka go pepenka
when Parliament of the people, elected by the people, comes to the people.
fa palamente e tlhophilweng ke batho e
Then
tla ko
Municipal
bathong
Demarcation Board runs.
boto ya go kgaoganya melelwane e be nna yona
When they
tsena
fail
mogare.
to have a public consultation
ba paletswe ke go nna le ditheetso tsa setšhaba
in terms of their function.
go ya ka tiro ya bone
I'm not going to politicize
ga
this
ke
session,
tle go bua ka
Chairperson.
dilo tsa sepolotiki mo
But
kopanong
sitting here
ke ntse fa
in my own mind and thinking,
tlhaloganyo ya ka ke tseneletse ko teng
I can see that the people are taken for a ride.
ke a bona gore e kete batho ba re tseela ko tlase
We are not in support of the marriage.
ga re dumalane le go
Parliament
kopangwa
must be told,
palamente tshwanetse gore e
must be
bolelelwe
informed.
re itsise
And we are sending him a message as the Municipal Demarcation Board
re mo romella molaetsa e le ena wa tshwaraganeng le merero ya go
that
kgaoganngwa ga melelwane
every information that needs to go to the community must be communicated in time. We must not hear it here when Parliament came to see us.
tshedimosetso e batho ba tshwanetseng gore ba itse ka nako e se ka tla ka nako e leng gore palamente e tlile mo go rona
Therefore, Chairperson,
ke le nna
And your
modulasetulo
committee.
le komiti ya gago
I humbly thank you for the opportunity that you have given me
ke a leboga ka boikobo
to submit the views of the
go
community
tlhagisa dikakanyo tsa baagi
of Ward 6 in JB Max.
ba Ward 6 ko JB
Thank you
Max.
very much.
Ke lebogile go menagane
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Ke lebogile go menagane.
Just lower your hand, bro. No, I noted your hand. Sit down. I'll acknowledge you. Sit down. Sit down, please.
Ke tla boela go go wena. O ka nna fatshe.
Everybody here has a right to speak.
Mongwe le mongwe fano o na le tshwanelo ya go bua.
This is their parliament.
Ke parlamente e.
We are here to present, to listen to oral presentation.
Re fa go tla go reetsa
And I
ditshwaelo
have
tsa molomo.
indicated that we are not a demarcation board, but issues that you are raising that are affecting you now, we will know them.
Re rile rona
As
gare
parliament.
gare demarcation board mme dilo tse e leng gore la di bua tse di tshwanetseng gore di ye ko demarcation board.
So in this
Ra di
parliament,
kwala.
we don't have orders.
Mo parlamenteng e ga rena motho a tla nneng a
So we
emisa
don't raise orders, please.
ga re emisi letsogo gore ke tefale ga ke go
So if you
tlhaloganye.
have an order,
Fa o na le se o
you will
batlang go se
raise your
tlhagisa.
hand, I recognize you will come and speak your order. Yes, sit at here.
O emisa letsogo ke a go supa o tlo nna mo setulong mo o botla o tlhagisa dikakanyo tsa gago.
To me, it was important for the CEO,
Mo go nna go ne go le botlhokwa mo go CEO.
because we've been going with him throughout,
Ka ntlha ya gore ntse re tsamaya
so
le ena
that he communicates
gore a tlhagise
The process that they are undertaking around demarcation and public hearings.
tsamaiso e leng gore ba tshwaragane le yona mo go kgaoganyeng
it is not wrong that he's here,
ga gona phoso gore a ba le
and that the fact he had stood and explained and clarified
gore a tle a tlo go tlhalosa
that
sentle
what needs to be done so that this is the community,
They must know and be aware and be ready when they would be called by the demarcation board for public hearings.
gore le itse gore jaaka a tlile jaana a tlo go itsisi le itse
I felt that I must explain that.
ke ne ke re ke tlhalose gore
Can we allow number 4, please?
Igama lami ndingubulelani Magcanya from Ward 31 Matlosana. Igama lami ndingubulelani Magcanya from Ward 31 eMatlosana.
My name is Bulelani Magcanya from Ward 31 in Matlosana Municipality.
Ndizawuqala ndibulele iParliament ngokuthi ize kuthi.
Let me first thank Parliament for taking time to hear our comments.
Siphela si chairperson sithetha ngento demarcation kakhulu.
Chairperson, we appear as if we are dwelling on the issue of demarcation most of the time.
Ngoba le department de demarcation komasipala
It's because the municipal demarcation
abazi ebantwini and eMatlosana ndiyazi office demarcation bayiphi.
are not coming to the people on the ground, and I'm not even aware of where to find the offices of the municipal demarcation.
Nxa sekuhamba ixesha nizimonitary offices injalo.
My plea to you as the committee is that please make a follow-up on these issues whereby the demarcations in the municipalities are found wanting.
Ndithetha phantsi kwala clause ye 36
I'm speaking under clause 36 of the bill,
chapter 3
under chapter 3,
apho kuthethwa ngepublic participation.
whereby they speak about the public participation.
Thina kwiward zethu inxa kufika kwindaba ye demarcation
Therefore, in our words, when we speak about the issues of demarcation,
into esinceda kakhulu yi-IEC
most of the time we get clarity from the Independent Electoral
nakhona
Commission,
nxa sekusondelelwe ukuvota.
especially during the election period.
So isenzela ubunzima kakhulu ukuthi siyazi ukuthi ward yethu inezindlu ezingaphi inecawe ezingaphi, so asizazi into ezinjalo.
Therefore, most of the time we are not aware of, in terms of how many houses are around our wards, how many churches, and so on in our wards. We are not aware of such things.
Ngoba iward zethu zisemalokishini so zihlulwa netfela zizistrata.
Because our wards are situated in the townships and they are separated by street names.
So sicela kakhulu kwiParliament ijonge le office.
We want Parliament to make an oversight over this Office of Municipal Demarcation.
Because ezilokishini zethu siphela singavisisani sithethisana kakubi okanye sixabana because of demarcation.
Because the issue of demarcation, we ended up fighting in the townships because we don't know where to belong, which ward we belong to.
Bengiqala ukuva namhlanje nxa igqibogqitha apha inkokheni ukuthi no kune website yokuthi si report ekhona www bengiqala ukuyiva ngoku.
It was my first time to hear that there is a dedicated website for the demarcation that was explained by the gentleman here.
So ke ngoku into endiyicelayo ngicela ukuthi i-offices ze-demarcation ze masipala zize ebantwini zisinike ukuthi si reporta phi nxa information sifumana phi.
We want the municipal demarcations to be visible and also come to the people and give us information as to where to go when you have a request or an inquiry.
So ndiyabulela.
I thank you.
I-bill ndiyayixhasa ndimana
I
ukuyixhasa.
support the bill for the record.
Let me take this opportunity to greet everyone who is with us here with humbly and thank for the opportunity that I got to come and talk to our parliament. My name is Isaac Baume.
From Ward 4.
I am from Ward 4
JB Max Municipality.
in JB Max Municipality.
I
just bring a short message and very painful one. While seated there listening,
more than 10 people
there are more than 10 people who were given an opportunity to air their views.
Something about disability.
I've never heard any of them talking about disability.
My issue is municipality warona JB Max.
Our municipality, which is JB Max, they don't consider us, we people living with disability. That is a very big challenge to us people living with disability.
There is
Our disability differs. There was the first person, the first speaker.
Who
talked about challenges in what extension 9?
Ward 4.
Ward 4.
Extension Ward 4
Those challenges in Ward 4 are really problematic because it's not easy to solve them.
Number one, different.
Like I said, that we've got different disabilities.
There is some people baba phelang ka di wheelchairs.
There are those who depend on wheelchairs.
So my MO extension 9.
What is happening there in extension 9?
People with disability baba tsamayang ka di wheelchair.
Those people using a wheelchairs for mobility.
Ba struggle too much.
They struggle a lot.
Because of
because there are no roads.
There is number 2.
Second point.
There are
those people who can hear. It is a disability.
Poch, it's a very big municipality.
Potchefstroom is a very big municipality.
But we don't
have schools that can teach people who cannot hear.
They cannot, and
Those who can see when watching TV, doing, using sign language.
Ke matsapa a mang a re itemogelang one
That
mo
is
JB Max.
another big challenge that we are experiencing in JB Max.
Number 3,
The third point,
in our community,
ko baaging ba rona,
municipality wa rona a tla go etsetsa a community.
when our municipality comes to us,
Ha ba re tsetsie as batho ba phelang ka bogwele.
they don't regard us, we people living with disability.
We wonder gore ke rona re le batho ba nang le bogwele. They must understand gore re batho ba nang le bogwele ba sa pheleng ka bogwele.
I think they must just understand our point as people living with a disability.
So number 4,
The fourth point,
hona le batho ba le gore ha ba kgone go bona,
there are those people who cannot see,
but they can read.
those who can read.
So ke challenge e re nang le yona ya gore in this municipality wa rona JB Max,
That is another challenge in our municipality, JB Max.
re hloka dikolo tse di tshwanetseng.
We need schools to attend to those people living with
As I spoke
disability.
gore municipality wa rona ke o mogolo,
Our municipality is big,
but people with disability
batho ba ba tshelang ka bogole,
ga ba fiwe attention
they are not being given a proper attention.
when they come to their rights.
Ha go tliwa mo ditshwanelong tsa bona.
Ke lebogela tshono
I thank you for the opportunity
ya gore parlamente e tle e tlhagise mo JB Max
that Parliament came to visit JB Max
to come e tle go utlwa sello sa rona re le batho ba disability.
to come and listen to our views as people living with disabilities.
Re na le maitemogelo le challenge tse dingwe tse di ngata tse re kopanang le tsone.
We've got a lot of challenges that we experienced on a daily basis.
But as our councillor has said here, or if you have many questions, we will meet le ene ka mo ntle.
Jaka a buile re fa gore fa re na le dipotso tse dintsi re tla ya ko ntle kwa re ile go bua le ene.
Go gontsi go re na le sone.
There is a lot that we have
But ka lebaka la gore re bangata.
because we are many.
Ka ntle go senya nako.
Without wasting any time,
Ke lebogile.
thank you very much.
Can I request that if your oral submission is written,
Fa go na le ba ba tse di kwadilweng mo fatshe di tshwaelo
we
tse di
have a table
kwadilweng
over there,
o di ise mo tafoleng
so
e
you
le
just
fale.
deposit your written submission over there,
O ise di
so that
tsa
we
gago
can be
fale
able to trace your oral submission.
gore re tle re kgone go ka sala morago ditsibogo tsa gago tsa morolong.
Now let's get to the, do we still have somebody there? Oh, no. Now there was a hand down there. You can come forward, Bodi.
O ka atamela rra.
I need other hands too.
Matsogo a mang gape a ka nna
The last
tlhagela.
round. There is a hand at the back.
Go na le le leng ko morago kwa.
Come forward.
Tla mo pele.
Where is that hand? It disappeared, yeah?
Le kae letsogo le le.
I still have two. I need more.
Ke batla ba bang gape.
Isn't that? You come forward.
Tla mo pele.
So you don't have to miss this opportunity.
O ska nta tšhono e go
You must
feta.
come forward and speak to Parliament. Number one. Still preparing himself.
Thank you very much for noting me, sir.
Ke a leboga modulasetulo gore o bontshupile.
Leina la ka ke Daniel Melato Morokeng.
My name is Daniel Melato Morokeng.
Ke tswa ko Ventersdorp ko motseng o bitswang Apple Dry.
I am from a village called
Apple Dry.
called Apple Dry in Ventersdorp
Mo Ward 32.
in Ward 32.
Ga ke batle go senya nako. Ke batla fela go ntsha matshwenyego a me.
I do not want to waste time. I just want to talk about my challenges.
During the preparatory meetings tse di leading to this session today,
Ka nako ya go ipaakanyetsa kopano ya gompieno,
I raised an issue ya transport go tswa ko Ventersdorp, whether ke mo Bosch or go ya Klerksdorp, wherever ha rena le sessions tse di tshwanang le tse.
I raised the issue of transport, whether it's from Ventersdorp or from Bosch.
Gore whenever ha gona le di public hearings tse di tshwanang le tse,
That whenever we have public hearings like this one,
rona as community of Ventersdorp re na le challenge ya transport.
we as the community of Ventersdorp, when we have a challenge with transport,
We were informed gore this session it tlo go simolola ka 12 o'clock.
re ne re boleletswe jalo gore go tlile go simololwa tiro ya gompieno ka ura ya sethoboloko.
But ka 12 o'clock we were still stranded ko Ventersdorp re emetse transport e re tlisang fa.
But by 12 o'clock, we were still stranded there waiting for transport to pick us up.
Now we are here queuing outside more, whereas the session is inside here.
Re goroga fa thari re eme mela ko ntle, mme tiro yone e tsweletse ka mo
And we
gare.
don't know where the program, we don't know what it's a makoka program like now. We don't know whether ke batla go raise an issue ka demarcation, but I don't know gore go tsamaiwa mo kae ka program now as I'm standing here.
And currently, we don't even know how far the program has run, because I don't know whether the issue of demarcations have been dealt with already.
And I'm disappointed because this is the parliament that has been called, the highest order ya country.
I am really disappointed because we have been called here by Parliament, which is the highest office in the land.
Yes, I'm very disappointed, and it's unprofessional of the parliament to conduct but
I feel for it's very unprofessional for Parliament to conduct itself in this way.
That is my submission, and thank you very much.
That's my sabiki ki yona kgang ya me, ke a le leboga.
Number 7.
I greet you all.
Nna lebitso la me ke Pretty Malope.
My name is Pretty Malope.
Ke tswa ko Matlosana, Ward 34.
I am from Ward 34 in Matlosana.
Ntho ya pele ke rata go akgola se bui se se fetsang go bua no.
I would really like to
Because
appreciate
Lena, I'm
the
very-
previous speaker.
Lena, I'm very much disappointed.
Ka gore le nna tota ga ke a itumela.
Ke biditswe ke the government itself,
I've been called here by the government itself.
but the government itself killing here, I might say, the municipality and what the councillor.
Puso e ke yone re kgokaganyang le councillor le
Because
masepala.
of it's a little to phakela.
We
Ka bo
have-
9.
We woke up very early around 9,
Re ema mo di picking points tsa rona.
waiting at the pickup,
Go di transport e tla re pick up ka bo 10.
waiting at the drop-off zones.
And
Then
then go tile the meeting itself will start at 12
we
o'clock.
were told the transport will pick us up at
That is
10.
my first
And the
disappointment.
meeting will start at
And so now
12.
ke tlo bua ka this, the bill of demarcation. What ke,
I am here to talk about this bill.
demarcation,
the
a ke tlo bua ka
demarcation.
ditoropo.
I'm not even going to
Ke
mention
tlo
the
bua ka
towns.
ntho e le hore ke dula mo go yone mo teng ga location in our townships.
I am just going to talk about the area
A ke
where
na
I
ke bua-
currently
A
reside.
ke na ke bua ka Matlosana le Tlokwe.
I'm not going to talk
Those
about
demarcations,
Matlosana
because-
and Tlokwe,
Di demarcations tse ka re di a re qabantsha.
because these demarcations are causing conflict
Di tlisa mathata
amongst us.
inside our townships.
They are bringing a lot of problems
O
within
tlo
our
kry-a gore
townships.
this demarcation ke dula mo, like the tafole di emeng ka teng.
You'll find that when it comes to demarcations,
Ke dula
I
mo
live
strateng
here.
say one. Ke dula mo strateng say
We share
one.
the same street,
But go bo gote this one is Ward 34.
And then you'll be told that this one is
And-
what 34.
and that side is what 35.
And that side is what 35.
Every ipotsa gore, how can re dula mo section A1 go bo go na le those
And
demarcations?
then we wonder why we live under the same
Because ke
section.
di-problem tse re le gore re kopana le tsone ko makeisheneng a rona, o tlo kry-a gore go na le a project.
You'll
I
find
get the
that in
example.
our townships, you'll find that there is a project
E
as
le
an
go teng ke ya
example.
Ward 34.
And then we are told that project
Because
is
of
for
that
Ward
demarcation.
35.
E etsagalang mo sectioneng.
Now, because of the
The project
demarcation,
e mo Ward 34 yaanong di a simolola di a lwanela ke these
now
demarcations.
you will find that now the communities are now fighting
O
each
tla utlwa
other
gote-
over these demarcations.
Ward 34, this project ke ya Ward 34, 80% ke ya teng.
And then you'll find somebody saying that this project is 80% for Ward 34,
And then Ward 35 is 20%.
and Ward 35 is only allocated 20%.
So that project ga go na le di SMEs,
Now-
the small businesses.
Now, that project, now when there are SMME,
Ke tsone tse di business bo rra di contract ha ke bega Setswana.
yes, our BEE,
Go na le dintwa.
now there will be a lot of conflict.
Because ba ba
between
tlo gore this 80%, meaning that why the municipality ba ne ba sa fe Ward 34, because Ward 34 is 80%, then Ward 35 is 20%.
Now the community will be fighting, asking themselves, why was this particular ward allocated 80%?
And that problem,
and the
it goes-
other one allocated 20%?
And that problem goes back to the community.
Yaanong bothata bo bo feletsa bo ya ko baaging,
Le batho ba ile gore they are unemployment in our community, we are living in it.
and even the people who are unemployed in our community.
Rona we are just matlo le ditsebe tsa community.
We are just the eyes and the ears for the community.
So that is why ke re batho on this demarcation board di tlamehile di shebe dilo tsa mo makeisheneng tsa tsone go demarcata gore rona re le di-ward committee, because rona re isa melaetsa ko di-council ya re tlhakatlhakanyetsa ko makeisheneng a
I
rona.
feel that the board must look into the matter, because now we communicate with the ward councillors, but then when the decisions are made, our suggestions are not considered.
Even though e le gore le di borra di contract bone themselves ba lwana
Even the business people are fighting amongst themselves.
because of the project tse le go di kena mo location, but at the end of the day re le batho ba ko matlosana ba ba dulang, let's say for example go Khuma, ha re bone any development in our townships.
Even though they are fighting amongst themselves, we as the community, we end up not even seeing those developments.
So what I'm
in
trying to
our
say,
area.
in short, I would like to say more this demarcation board, but try go solve, because it is a separation between our townships.
I would
Because
like to
Balwani-
appeal to the demarcation board to deal with the matter, because it's now dividing the community.
And one other thing, before banka decision, they must come to the community itself.
Pele
Gore
ga
ba
ba
ba-
tsa- pele ga ba tsaya ditshwetso, ba boele ko baaging.
Because go botlhoko, because when at the end of the day, o bona o le motho le go, you are useless.
Because ko bofelong ko, at the end, we feel that we are useless in our community.
So now, ke a e rata, but on the other hand, gape nka naka, hey, this demarcation, it is the tabano in our townships, more
I think I
special.
like it, but now, on the other hand, it's bringing a lot of conflict in
The
our
last,
community.
last but not least, I can say this demarcation, ke buela mo tabeng ya Khuma and Stelfontein, when coming to service delivery.
Now, lastly, I would like to talk about Kuma and Stelfontein
Because
when
of
it comes
on-
to service
Rona
delivery.
re dula in our townships, bone ba dula ko toropong.
Some of them, we live in the township, others live in town.
Mara o tlo go sheba development ya mo locationeng la ko toropong, o tlo kry-a gore there is a vast difference between
But when
that.
you see the developments that are taking place,
We
there
are
is a
repeating
big
the
difference.
sewer, electricity, each and every day,
Storage,
on daily basis.
electricity,
E ka re dilo tsa rona di
letsatsi
beiwa
lengwe
fela
le
hela yalo, go sena next tsa ko ditoropong ke tsone tse di ngcono go na le ko makeisheneng.
It seems people in the towns are getting better services.
Because we are still living in the past, if we can say the honest truth.
Re santse re dula fela ya ka nako ya bogologolo.
tla re tliseng diphetogo, this demarcation
Can we please bring
ne as a individual.
developments?
Isa le go tloga kgale this demarcation ka re it is a separation between rona the community and other townships tse dingwe.
In terms of my own observation,
When
I
coming
feel
to-
that this demarcation is really
When
causing
coming
a lot
to
of
service
problems.
delivery.
In terms of service
And the
delivery,
infrastructure tsa location is still ntse le tsa kgale. Comparing go tsa ko toropong.
now, even now when you compare the infrastructure in our
But what
townships,
all above all of
nothing has changed compared to the towns.
I like to say, to raise a point, we are still struggling in our township even now. But I'd like to take this opportunity and say thank you to raise our voice to the parliament because of people who they failed us.
Ne ke
They
rata
failed
fela
us.
go bega ntlha gore rona ko metsesetoropo re santse tota re sotlega re sa tsewe tsia
And,
mme ka ntlha gore batho ba puso ya rona ga ba re direla sentle.
And what I like to say, ka puya ko location, I get to reka sefatlhego. Gore wa nrata, o nrata, ka tlela mo go tlo go ratiwa mo
I'm not here
lefatsheng.
to be loved by anybody. I'm here to
Wa bona?
put my point.
Because hey, we are failure ka dilo tse dingata if I may say, re ka kwala buka e kana bathong.
I can write a very big book
Wa
about
bona?
my
Because-
experiences.
Go na le sebui se se fetsang go bua gore ra targetiwa, is that ke re ratile because e builwe ke mokhanselara.
There is a
Ebile ke
a
mo
previous
councillor.
speaker here who is a councillor said that when you come here and you make your submissions, they start targeting you.
Because of ekare delivery. Ke rata because of this thing is facing service delivery. Ntwe re batlang go e bona fela ke service delivery mo di our town, even our townships, even in town even. Go ne le ska nna le pharogano e kalo, go ne le pharogano but a service e diragale mo bathong, di kabele di tle ko bathong.
All
Ke yone
that
ntho e
we
re
are
kopang.
asking for is to have service delivery which is equal to the ones that they are receiving in the town.
I thank you all.
Ke a leboga.
Thank you, Dad. Number 8.
First of all, I'd like to greet everybody mo parlamenteng gompieno. Ke re itumeletse gore parlamente e betlile mo setšhabeng gompieno. Mme hela re
I
tlile
would
re-
like to greet everybody here and state that we are very happy that Parliament has come down to the people.
mme hela ke gore re tlile re sa itumela.
The only issue is we came here not happy.
We rona jaaka batho we a re batle a ke- let me just say a ke etse e nne khutswana ke batle go doela mo dikgang tsa service delivery le tsa eng le tsa local ka gore we were expecting gore gompieno just because le tlile mo Potchefstroom maybe somebody from the local board ya rona mo Tlokwe mo JB Max o tla ba dutse le lona there on the panel but it
We
said
came here.
Your name first. Your name first and your word.
Itumele Maleme from Ward 1 JB Max.
We came here and upon our arrival we are disappointed because we thought our local government authorities will be here to address some of our issues.
Without wasting anybody's time, ke rata gore re dileng ka kganye ya bili ka gore se re se tletseng fa ke bili yaanong ha re sheba mo
The reason why we are here is because of the bill. Let me not waste more time. Let me address it.
jaanong ha re sheba part 2 ya bili ya rona mo 2.3 clause number 9 ya rona e balega jana ke nka se ke etse yotlhe because it's too long and a re batle go senya nako.
Clause 2.3 of the bill, he's going to read it for us.
Yes, 2.4.3 number 9. Ke tlo go e tsaya mo ke batlang gore re tlo go ilukisa teng ka gore mo we are here to fix a ratlela go senya. In addition, the holder of a political office in relation to a political party or structure thereof is not eligible to become a member of the board. That is one thing eleng gore rona jaaka batho on the ground we are not happy about this. One of the things, because most of
Ke
us,
yona ntlha e leng gore tlo sa fetsang go e buisa, ke yone e leng gore bone jaaka baagi ga ya ba itumedisa.
because most of us, we come from impoverished communities, and bontsi ba rona ga re na sekolo.
Most of us, we come from a disadvantaged background, and some of us did not even have not gone far in when it comes to education.
So what we do as a people, we vote people into power, and then with the belief ya gore we will one day hold them accountable.
Yaanong rona re le baagi, re voutela batho ba rona baeteledipele ba rona re solofela gore ka solofela gore ba tla ba tsaya maikarabelo mo baaging.
Jaanong ga go na le di-clause tse di rang gore rona ba re ba voutetseng mo matleng mo pushong ga bana bokgoni kgotsa they will not be included kgotsa ba ka se ba fiwe tšhono ya gore ba tsene mo botong ba fetise se rona re ba voutetseng for sone seo re nna le bothata for sone.
We have a challenge with this clause because now it means that the people that we have voted in will not be part of this board, and therefore we will not be able to hold them accountable as we are the ones that have voted them in.
So re ne re kopa gore that is one of the things tse leng gore re kopa parlamente ha e boela ko morago ya go di refina ka bili ena, and
Those are the issues that we feel that Parliament must go back and re-look.
Another thing ke gore this proposed bill only makes provision or subject to change on boundary determination or redetermination only in decades. And a lot of things can happen in a decade.
So se sengwe se se re tshwenyang ke gore e kete go tla tsa di-decade e bone nako e telele pele ga go lebellwa sešwa molao o.
And a lot of things happen in a decade. So if we as a community we were to have a problem, it is directly affecting us. So re bona gore boto e ntšha e tla be tlhophilwe ya IDMA e tla be e sena maatla a go reversa some of the decisions tse leng gore tla be di setse di tserwe. Jaanong
Seems like this board under IDMA now, because of this prolonged period, will not have the powers to reverse some of the decisions.
So ke tse ding tse leng gore rona jaaka batho re kopa gore bili e busediwe morago ye go refainiwa go tlhokomeliwe before e passisiwa go nna molao o felletseng.
Now, those are some of our concerns. Hence, we feel that Parliament must go back and review the bill so that it can cater for some of our concerns.
Me ela yone ki bili entle thata batho ba rona ba re ba e supporta re supporta bili ena because it lo re thusa fela go ka lokisiwa tse ding le tsele before e fetisiwa jaaka molao.
But overall, it is a bill that we appreciate and our people support it. Thank you very much.
Number 9.
Thank you. My name is Khonse Nathaniel Muluti.
Ke Khonse Nathaniel Muluti.
Firstly, I'm a resident here at JB Max.
Ke moahi mona JB Max.
I come from Ward 12.
Ke tswa Ward 12.
And fortunate enough, my community has elected me to be their councillor to represent them in JB Max.
Ka lehlohonolo setjhaba sa heso se nkgethile hore ke ba emele mona setjhabeng sa JB Max.
I have only 2 points to raise.
Ke na le ntlha tse pedi fela tse ke lakatsang ho di hlahisa.
The first one is to raise the situation that we have.
Ya pele ya mana le boemo bo re tobaneng le bona.
The situation of us having a view on this bill.
Tsela eo re tadimang bili ena ka yona.
In my ward that I proceed in Ward 12.
Warding e ke tswang ho yona mane ya Ward 12.
We have also a section Ebituang Extension 9.
re na le karolo e bitswang
Extension 9. Informal settlement.
ke sebaka sa baipehi.
So there's been extensive engagement tse ke di dirileng le community
Ke ile ka buisana le setjhaba haholo
to educate them.
hore ke ba rupele ka taba tsena.
And I appreciate the fact that the Office of the Speaker has given me enough support.
Ke leboha haholo re be kantoro ya motsamaiso ya dipuisano le mona masepaleng o ile a ntshetsa haholo.
So our community, they need a lot of education.
Tjhaba sa bo rona se hloka thupelo haholo.
And us as their representative in the municipality,
Mme rona re le baemedi ba bona masepaleng
we also need you to come on board so that we can do more education to our community.
re tlameha ho tla re tiise hore ba fumana thupelo eno e ba e hlokang setjhabeng sa bo rona.
Because my concern, the one concern that I'm raising is that community, especially your elders, as we come here,
ntho e ke amehileng ka yona ke hore setjhaba hololo batho ba hodileng ha jwalo ka ke tlile mona
they need a lot of time to be engaged on these matters.
ba hloka nako e ngata hore ba ho buisana le bona ka taba tse tshwana le tsena.
So it calls for sectoral meetings, which the speaker, they managed to come up with structures and formalizing all those.
Ho hlokahala mekgatlo kapa makala a sa tshwaneng a tla fetisa dipuisano ho batho ka ditaba tse kang tsena,
of which the speaker has launched in JP Max.
mme motsamaisi wa dipuisano o se a thakgotse mosebetsi ono wa hore batho ba fuwe thupelo.
So my challenge is that more education engage with us, local municipality, on these matters so that we can go to the community.
Phephetso e ke nahanang hore re tobane le yona ke hore ho be le dipuisano tse ngata mo tse lebiswang setjhabeng ka ditaba tsena.
Okay. Now, the second point that I want to raise is that it's not for the first time that we have dealt with issues that are surrounding. I see that the bill, the way how it is in our ward, we are going to support it because of when we check in clause in chapter 3.
Ke dumela hore re a tshehetsa hobane ha ke sheba mono seratswana kgaolong ya boraro
we will check clause number 43 and 44.
Re shebe seratswana sa bo 43 le 44.
Then it tells us that this process, it will afford a community a chance when they are not happy to re-appeal.
Sena se fa setjhaba monyetla wa hore haeba ba sa kgotsofala ba ka ipiletsa.
So it shows that our government is a government of transparency.
E leng se bontshang hore mmuso wa rona ke mmuso o ka tshepjwang.
So all we need to do is to engage community so that they can have their voice heard, to understand issues, so that they must not feel that once they say something, it will not be taken.
Ntlha bohlokwa ko re buisana le setjhaba ba tsebe ona ho etsahalang e le hore ha ba ntsha maikutlo a bona ba tsebe hore taba ya bona ha e felle mono e tla ntshetswa pele.
Okay, so in our ward, I will not waste any more time. We are going to make a written submission.
Nkeke ka le jella nako sa hlokahale warding ya rona re tlo tla re tlisa ntlha tsa rona tse ngotsweng fatshe.
We already have it, we'll save it, but the last point that I want to highlight.
Re se re ntse re fane ka yona empa ntlha ya ho qetela ke lakatsang ho e totobatsa ke hore
I would like to even implore the entire Independent Municipal Demarcation Board.
Ke lakatsa hore boto ena ya meedi ya bo masepala
together with the community in the entire Dr. KK region.
Mmoho le setjhaba sohle sa mane lebatoweng la Dr. KK.
We need to view not only the current challenges and also future problems that are coming.
Ha re a lokela hore re bone fela mathata ana a re tobane le ona hona jwale empa re lokela ho sheba pele mane mo mathata a ntseng a tla.
We need to have multiracial communities.
Re hloka setjhaba se leng hore ke merabe e sa tshwaneng.
To make sure that all of us, we come together as a country.
ho netefatsa hore re le setjhaba re ipopa ngatana nngwe
and solve the problems that we have in all our areas.
mme re rarolle mathata ao re tobaneng le ona re le setjhaba.
That is my plea, that we need not to separate one another, but to be together.
Ke sona sello sa ka seno hore o ile a re se ke ra arohanang empa a re kopaneng.
I thank you. This is my submission.
Ke a leboha ke ntswela ka leo.
Next.
Ke a leboga. Dumelang bagaetsho.
Greeting everybody.
O bua mo ke repeat imizayifane Kankas.
Lebitso la ka my name is Mr. Pete
Imizayifane Kankas.
Kangas
From JB Max Municipality,
ke hla masepaleng wa JB Max
Ventersdorp Ward 30.
Ventersdorp Ward 30.
Ke ka bo madimabi gore re fitlhile late
Unfortunately we arrived late
due to transport challenges.
ka lebaka la diphephetso tse amanang le dipalangwang.
Even though ara utlwa presentation ka bill e,
Although we didn't hear the presentation about the bill,
ha ke o kena thata mo go yone.
I won't dwell too much on it.
But gona le mo kutleng e bua ka public participation.
But there's somewhere they talked about public participation.
Yaanong ke na le bothata ba gore
But I have a problem.
ka nako ne re mejiwa le Potches Ventersdorp.
By the time we were merged with Porch,
There was no public participation.
there was no public participation.
Dilo di diragaletse fela Setswana.
Things happened just as normal.
Just like that.
Ka yona tsela eno fela.
Gona le sebue se ne se eme fang kgantele.
There is a speaker who spoke before me.
O tswa mo Potche.
It's from Porch.
O bua gore a support measure wa Ventersdorp le Potche.
He said he doesn't support the coalition of Porch and Ventersdorp.
Ke dumelana le ene thata.
I agree with him 100%.
Ka lebakeng la gore ga gwana le public participation
Because there was no public participation.
during the measure.
Ha masepala tsena ne di kopang.
Ke ka mo gona le di challenges tse dintsi
That's why there are so many challenges
tsa service delivery
about service delivery
o re dulang teng go Ventersdorp.
where we stay in Ventersdorp.
Re dirile di submissions tse dintsi
We we submitted many submissions.
to this parliament
Parlamenteng ena
and demarcation board.
le botong ena ya meedi.
Se re kopa go di amalgamatiwa
Hore that could you please de-amalgamate it?
the two municipalities.
Re di arole bo masepala bana ba babedi.
Ha ne a bua sebui se ne se le mo
As he was speaking, the previous speaker,
sa re budget allocation
he talked o buile ka kabo ya budget
ya JB Max
of JB Max,
gore ile ko tlase
that it has dropped a lot
ka lebaka la gore ga ba kgone go collect revenue.
because they are not able to collect revenue.
Yes, that's true.
Yeo ke nnete e ke ke nyahanyetso.
Ka lebakeng la gore ko Ventersdorp
Because in Ventersdorp,
ga re patele rent.
we don't pay rent.
Ga re reke motlakase.
We don't buy electricity.
The reason being
Lebaka baka ke leng.
re batla go kgaoganwa le Potche.
We want to be, we don't want to be united with Porch
Go fitlhella re kgaoganwa le Potche.
until we are no longer one thing.
Solanka re santsane re kopane.
As long as we are united,
As community
one
of
thing.
Ventersdorp.
As the community of Ventersdorp,
Ga ra ikaelela sepe fela ka go duela rente kana go reka motlakase.
we not intending to buy electricity or pay for rent.
Because government ya rona
Because our government,
gore e feleletse e re utlwa gore ra reng.
it should listen to us.
Gona le sengwe se se negative se re tshwantseng re se dire.
There is something negative that should happen
Gore ba re utlwe sentle.
so that they can listen to our pleas.
That's the only language
Ke yona fela puo
e ba e utlwang
that they understand clearly
mo community.
in our communities.
Because re kupile gore re kgaoganngwe le Potche.
Because we requested that we
But
should
nothing
be
is
separated.
happening.
But empa ha ho letho le
Ga
etsahalang.
re kry feedback.
We don't get a feedback.
ha re kry sepe fela.
We don't know anything.
Let them be honest le rona.
Ba re jwetse nnete.
Gore re ka se tlhole re kgaogane le Potch or jwang.
Or whether we will ever be separated from Potch or not.
Re itse gore eme mo kae.
We should know the truth.
Re itse re ra re patele rente wa re sa e patele.
We should know why we are not
Re
paying.
itse re wa re sa re ke motlakase wa re sa o reke.
We should know why we are not paying electricity.
Now we are submitting again
Jwale re tlisa taba ena
to this
hape ho
parliament
parlamenteng ena.
to say, please,
Hore ho lona re a le kopa.
can we be de-amalgamated
A ke mpe le re aroleng.
from this merger?
Kopanong ena
Because
lenyalong
as communities, we are suffering
hobane re le setjhaba re hula ka tlhako tsa morao
in terms of service delivery.
tabeng ya phano ya ditshebeletso.
And it does not mean Harry Kemesi really fairness up.
Mme se wa se bolele hore it doesn't mean that if we are independent as Venderstop,
we can pay rent,
re ke ra patala rente,
we can buy
re
electricity.
ke ra reka motlakase.
We have always done
Ha
that
esale re ntse re etsa sona seo
when we were alone.
ha re ne re ikemetse.
And municipality wa rona service delivery was higher.
Sorry,
Service
someone is
delivery
speaking.
was higher.
Mme phano ya ditshebeletso e ne le hodimo haholo.
Se se utlwisang botlhoko thata ke gore
What is very sad,
ga re suffer ka service delivery,
when we suffer with service delivery, that's
everything is centered here in Potchefstroom.
ntho e nngwe le e nngwe jwale e se dikoloha hona mona Potchefstroom.
Managerial offices
Dikantoro tsa bo
are based here in Potchefstroom.
tsa botsamaisi hodimo
Finance
mona fela.
offices are based here.
Ba ditjhelete ba mona fela.
Infrastructures offices
Meha-
are based here in Potchefstroom.
Di-office tsa ntho tsa ditshebeletso ditsi tsa ditshebeletso di mona fela.
Employees in Ventersdorp.
Ha ba lokela ho lefuwa tjhelete tsa
You
bona.
must travel from Ventersdorp to
Ba
Potch
tlameha ho nka leeto le tlohang mane ba tla mona
just to
Potch.
make sure that their services are paid.
Hore fela ditshebeletso tsa bona di lefellwe.
When we need service delivery in
Ha re
Ventersdorp,
hloka phano ya ditshebeletso mane.
we travel from there to Potch.
Re nka leeto le tlang mona Potch.
When I get there to meet someone
Ha ke tla mona hore ke tlo kopana le motho
who
e
must
mong,
assist me,
ya tlamehang ho nthusa.
that person is not here.
Motho enwa ha ayo moo.
And I have to travel back again to
Tlameha
Ventersdorp.
ho nka leeto hape ke kgutlele hae.
You are making us suffer a lot.
Le re hodisa ka thata.
So re a kopa.
Therefore we
This is a submission that you are sending to you.
ena ke kopo e re e tlisang ho lona.
Re shebile di-election,
We are looking at the elections.
and we don't want this party of us
Le batle mokgaona wa isu.
to lose votes
Hore o ske wa fumana
because
dipuo
of this merger,
ka lebaka la
because
lenyalo
of this
lena.
service delivery
Ka lebaka la
that we are
phano ya
not
ditshebeletso.
getting in Ventersdorp.
E re sa e fumaneng mane
Re
fela.
kopa the amalgamation
We are requesting the
of
de-amalgamation.
Ventersdorp and Potchefstroom.
Hore lenyalo lena la rona le qhalwe.
Everything will go to normal.
Ka tsela eno ntho di tla kgutlela setlwaeding.
Ke a leboga.
Thank you. A ko bolela hore wa itshela wa itshetsa ka matjhe.
Billion a ke tšhele monana ka lebakeng la gore ga ke itse presentation e tsamaile yang.
I don't approve it because I don't know how it went, how the presentation went.
Thank you very much. Can we disallow clapping? Because we are
Yes.
drowning the speaker.
Le ske la opa
And that
matsoho.
shouting at the back
Hona
is
le a-
against the rule of this meeting.
Hona ntse le a
You
na ntse a
don't
bua.
howl. Allow the speaker because we want to listen, we want to hear what is he saying. When we are clapping, when we are howling, you are drowning him so that we don't understand what he is saying. Please.
Le seke la hua le seke la opa mahofi hobane jwale re qetella re sa utlwe hore na o reng.
Number 10.
Wa leshome ntate.
E re go go lebogela.
Thank you very much, sir.
Nna ke nna Phoko ke tswa ko Mogopa ko Ventersdorp ko 31.
I'm Pogam from Mogopa in Ventersdorp.
Ventersdorp. Yes. E re ke re santla.
First thing.
Gona no go setse go builwe ra kena re late. E bile re tshaba le gore re bua ka lebaka la gore a o itse gore ba bang ba buile eng ba bang ba buile eng.
Many things have already been said.
Re tsa tautology re tsa ntho e one e leng gore ka re batho ba senang tlhaloganyo.
Many things have been said. I'm afraid to repeat what others have said. It looks like we're insane if we repeat what others have already said.
Okay. Ke a leboga.
Thank you.
Okay. The envisaged amalgamation of one municipality with the other is to have to expedite service delivery.
Re kopa hore lenyalo lena la bo masepala bana ba babedi le qhalwe hobane seo se sitisa phano ya ditshebeletso.
But the service delivery happens when people leading councils are imbued with the spirit of project management clarity.
Ho bonolo hore o fana ka ditshebeletso ha batho ba amehang mono ba sebetsa haufi le batho ba fanang ka ditshebeletso.
Financial viability and suitability is the cornerstone of boundaries and orders.
Mathata a mona a amana le taba tsa bokgoni ba ho fana ka ditjhelete le tsamaiso.
Why have our leaders been retaining budget to the treasury when it's so much in need?
Ho khutliswa tjhelete e ngata iswa lekaleng la ditjhelete athe mona batho ba hloka ntho tse ngata.
A simple question to ask is what gives rise to demarcation disputes?
Jwale ntho e bonolo e botswang gore na go baneng hona le di ntwa tse amanang le meedi ya bo masepala.
Ke a leboga.
Thank you, sir. Sorry. I'm neutral in terms of supporting the bill or not.
Dumelang.
Greetings.
Ke a dumedisa batho bohle.
Greetings, one and all.
Ke dumedise le chair.
Greetings to you, chairperson.
Le ba tsamayang le bone.
And your team.
Nna ka lebitso ke Thembinkosi Qasane.
My name is Thembinkosi Qasane.
Ke tswa mo Ventersdorp mo Ward 30.
I'm from Ventersdorp at Ward 30.
Number one, ke ema fa ke le very disappointed as a young person.
Ke swetsehile haholo jolo ka motjha jolo ka ha ke eme mona.
Se se diragalang fana it clearly shows gore puso ya rona ha etse batho ba rona tsia go le go kana kang.
What is happening here shows that our government doesn't take us seriously.
Because if you can go back to our communities,
hobane ha o ka khutlela metseng ya habo rona,
in every community o tlo kra gore 100% ya yone it's not happy about this measure.
Hobane o tla fumana hore 100% ya batho ba mono, 100% of the people staying there, they are not happy about this measure.
But look at the number that is gathered here today.
Empa sheba batho ba kopane mona ka jeno.
Are you saying to me these are the only people who are not happy about this measure?
Now bolela hore ke bona fela batho ba sa thabelang hore ebe re kopane.
Because according to my understanding, I believe that everyone from each and every community who is not happy about this measure was supposed to be here.
Hobane ke dumela hore motho mo le mo ya sa thabelang lenyalo lena ona lokela hore ebe mona.
In order for them to clearly raise their concerns or maybe to state their dissatisfactions concerning this measure.
Now,
if we discuss it otherwise, the only reason that not everyone is here is because of the government always does things for themselves, not for the people. It does things for their own benefit, but not for the benefit of the masses. Because now we have all done our submissions. And even now we are still doing those submissions. But the sad part of everything is that they are the final decision makers. Just as they have decided on our behalf when they combined us with other towns. Now in question, how are we taken serious as the masses back in our towns? When when
the decisions that are taken do not make us happy, but they satisfy the people who are leading us.
Look now, I'm listening
to all the speakers who have they are complaining about one thing.
99% like they are not supporting this.
99% of them are not supporting this bill.
But now, as you are going back to submit all our concerns to Parliament,
as you go back and submit our concerns in the Parliament
to discuss whatever that's going to be discussed there, as per our submissions,
please do us just two favors.
Number one, Le ga le ka e discussa yang ka ditsela tse feng.
No matter how you can discuss it,
But please state it clearly.
bolelang ka ho hlaka.
Gore we don't want the continuation of this measure.
Ha re batle hore lenyalo lena la bo masepala le ne le tswele pele.
And then number two,
Ntho ya bobedi,
we were told at first that the benefits of this measure, we were told about the benefits of this measure.
re ile ra bolellwa ka melemo ya lenyalo lena.
But now only to find out we're being misled because of the benefits are only in favor of the parliament, or maybe it was only to fulfill a certain political agenda.
Ate bonneteng re ne re nyantshwa phoko hobane batho ba hleng ba una molemo ke batho ba banyane haholo.
Because now if we discuss measure,
hobane ha re bua ka taba ya ho
a
kopanya
clear
bo masepala,
understanding of that, it's more of go nyalana.
it's clearly understood as a marriage.
And then in that process, we understand that things should be shared equally.
Ha ho etsuwa jwalo dintho di lokela ho arolelanwa ka teka-teka.
But I'm not going to dwell on that one because of Honal Sibuisa Kofenezo Pofetan Atolosa clearly.
There is someone who has already spoken clearly about that, so I won't dwell much on that.
So Nayaka Mwakiwa Kofenezo.
As the citizen and the resident of Fendersdorp,
Reboni Tsotlakako Yam Meja.
we have seen the difficulties that are caused by this marriage.
And then
And we have experienced that.
So
Therefore, we are requesting a divorce.
So that Lerona Honopela Yakabato Banang lead rights within the country South Africa.
So that we can live as the people who have rights in the country of South Africa.
And then when it comes to Khanya Bill,
Tabenya Bill in.
I'm not going to comment much because of presentation in the city.
Nkeke ka ya lolololo ka yona hobane no so ntse
Mare
re
le
fana
fokola
ka-
ka le one fela.
But here's my point.
Le lona la itse gore bili e ka bolona ha la e follow ka botlalo.
You know that you didn't follow this bill to the latter.
Ha la e follow ka botlalo because of gona le di rules tse le go leka la di follow ka botlalo.
There are the rules that you didn't follow to the latter,
Tata area public participation.
especially in the matter of public
Le
participation.
tsetse di community tsa rona di tshwetso.
You have taken decisions for our communities.
Now you are coming back to us ka bili.
Le tla ho rona ka bill e.
E le batlang go rona gore a tiere go yone, whereas lona le sa a tiere go yone.
You want us to adhere to the bill, yet you fail to adhere to the bill.
So molemo le ka go eletsang one fela ke go ya kwa ko ba ba le gumile lo ba bolela go like re kopa manyalo o a kgaogana.
So the benefit, the favor you can do for us is that please go and tell them that we are requesting that this marriage should be dissolved.
Ke a leboga.
Thank you.
Just before you, Chief, perhaps I could see that you arrived late. Some of you. It's not your problem.
Ke a bona gore bangwe ba lona le gorogile thari mme seo ga se bothata ba lona.
We must split with you.
Re ikopele mo go lona.
I said earlier on, we are also taking matters that are affecting you from the demarcation processes.
Re rile re tsaya dikgang tse e leng gore di a le
But on
ama.
the main, we are not a demarcation board.
Mme rona ga re boto ya melelwane e
We are
ikemetseng.
here on this bill.
Re mo ka
Public hearings
molaotlhomo
on the bill. We are taking these matters.
dintlha tse
So
tsona
we have noted all this matter of the measure. That is not 100%.
re di utlwile
So
dintlha
the
tsa
following
lona.
speakers will
Ba ba-
talk to the bill.
ba ba
We have
latelang.
taken notes on the process of the measure. That is hurting you very much.
Re di utlwile dikgang tsa kopa tsa lenyalo le le sa le rateng le mme yaanong ba ba latelang buang fela ka molaotlhomo o re buang ka ona gompieno.
Thank you very much.
Lebogile go menagane.
Proceed.
Tswelela ra.
Ka le dumedisa.
I greet you all.
O buang o ke Tsietsi Mokoele
My name is Tsietsi Mokwele.
from City of Matlosana, Jobeton Ward 8.
Go tswa ko Matlosana, Ward 8, Jobetina.
Re tlile mo billing e re tlo utlwa gore bili e le tlang ka yone e le gore gale re e lwantsha go tloga gale le bo papa rona gale ba lwantsha kgang e bitswang demarcation.
We are here about the bill whereby even our fathers have been very much against, they've been fighting about this bill.
Gale batho ba rona makgowa ba ne ba berekisa one molao wa demarcation ba re isa kwa bone ba dula kwa re sa kgone go kopana.
Even the white people previously, they used this thing of demarcation. They stayed in a different place, and for us, we were put in a different place so that we shouldn't combine.
So la boa le ntshitse kwa Afrikaans le tlisa ka sekgowa still ke demarcation la re arola.
You come
la re
back.
thuba.
You come back again. It was in Afrikaans. Now you bring it back again in English. Now it's just confusing us.
Mara ke so se snosi.
It's just one thing. It is dividing us.
Right now, rona go City of Matlosane, we are the only one e patalang rent.
From
The
where-
rest, aba patale rent.
From where I come from in Matlosan, we are the ones who only pay rent. The rest don't pay rent.
And the revenue ya rona,
Our-
still re thusa one makitchen a sa pataleng rent a.
Our monies go and help those locations that don't pay rent.
So, go a go rona re berekela kgetse e sa tlale
It means we will never have money
because of this demarcation.
because of the kantlha ya go kgaogangwa ga melelwane.
So, a ke batle go ya thata go setse go buile le rona re tsene lata.
I don't want to go a long way,
Ke ne
even
ke
if
re-
we came late.
Ke ne ke re kganye ya bili e siame mare le next time motlha le dirang bili gape le re public participation le tlogele go tsa di ward committee le di tlisa di tlo go dira mmereko wa community.
Don't take ward committees to come and do the work that is not theirs.
Bagolo ba teng ko location ko metseng kwa tshwaetse ba tlile di bese di tletse holo e tletse.
We've got elders from the locations who should have been brought here in buses. This hall should have been full to capacity.
Lo yana ka ipotsa gore so se se diragalang keng. Most of the time di bili tsa lona kaofela.
I'm asking myself,
committee ka di public participation ale use batho ba tshwanetseng ba tle bone ba tlo go participate mo.
mostly you use ward committees instead of using relevant people who are supposed to come here and participate in these public hearings.
Ha re boela go bone batho bao ba tlo go bela ba re bua maka because they don't know anything.
When we go back to them, they will say to us, we're lying to them because we don't know anything.
So ke a me ao bagolo ke ne re kopa hela gore bili ya lona le ne le tlhokomele le demarcation ya lona le tlhokomele especially when it comes to the ward wa bona ya go di wotong teng re tlo go tabana September leadership.
Please look into it, especially the one that regards the wards, because in September, we're gonna have a very serious thing with the leadership.
Ke a me right, thank you. I guess support the bili leadership.
I don't support this bill.
Yes, sir. Thank you. My name is Lionel Seshel.
Leina la ka ke Lionel Musesho.
Lionel Seshel.
Lionel Seshel.
That's it.
Thank you.
Ketlaga Ventersdorp.
I'm from Ventersdorp,
JB Max Municipality.
JB Max Municipality.
I come here as a concerned father,
Ke tla ke le rre yo tshwenyegileng,
a concerned citizen,
moagi yo tshwenyegileng,
and most importantly, a concerned human being.
sa botlhokwa ke le motho yo tshwenyegileng.
First of all, I disagree with the bill.
Ga ke dumalane ka gope le molaotlhomo o.
It's in separation that conflict arises.
Ke fa batho ba kgaogana mo fitlhelang di kgogakgogano di tlhagelela.
And I think South Africa and the world as a whole
Afrika Borwa le lefatshe ka bophara
has a history
e na le history
of separation
ya go kgaogana
that has led to more wars,
e dirileng gore go nne le dikgogakgogano le dintwa tse dintsi,
more killings.
dipolano tse dintsi.
So it's in separation that this conflict will continue.
Ke fa go tla nako ya go kgaogana mo e leng gore dikgang tse di tlile go tlhagelela.
Parliament, these communities, both these communities were never consulted when it comes to the amalgamating of the two municipalities.
Baagi ba di tropo tse pedi tse fa di ne di kopangwa ga ba ka ba bidiwa gore batle go tlhagisa maikutlo a bona.
If amalgamation was thoroughly explained to every community member,
Fa kopano e ne tlhalositse sentle e tlhalosetswa moagi o mongwe le o mongwe.
we wouldn't be talking about demarcation.
re ka bo re sa bui ka go kgaoganngwa ga melelwane.
Communities, if consulted properly,
Baagi fa ba kgonne go buisana le bona sentle,
understanding what unity brings,
ba tlhaloganya gore kopano ke maatla,
we wouldn't be having such meetings.
re ka bo re sa nne le dikopano tse di tshwanang le tse.
I would love to suggest something very critical, Parliament,
Ke batla go tsitsenya kgang e nngwe e leng gore ke e masisi,
that we all come together,
gore re tle re nne mmogo,
really come together.
re tle mmogo re nne seopo se le sengwe.
Because clearly, whether you come from any political party whatsoever,
Gore o tswa ko lekokong lefe la sepolotiki,
we are all affected by social injustices.
re otlhe re kgona go ama ke maemo a a farologaneng a loago,
Whether you come from a rich family or poor family,
kgotsa o tswa ko go ba ba leng dikobo dikhutshwane kgotsa ba ba itsholetseng,
we are all affected by this.
rotlhe kgang e ya re ama.
It brings me great grief
E nkutlwisa botlhoko thata
and sorrow
le
to
matlhotlhapelo
see us as human beings fighting each other like this
go bona rona re le batho re lwana jaaka re lwana jana,
for things that we all deserve. For things that we all deserve.
mo dilong tse e leng gore rotlhe re a di tlhoka,
Whether it's water,
a metsi,
whether it's food,
dijo,
security,
tshireletso,
these are things that every human being needs.
ke dilo tse e leng gore motho mongwe le mongwe o a di tlhoka.
So again, in separation, there'll be more wars.
Fa go kgaoganngwa go tle go nna le dintwa di le dintsi.
Could we go back to explaining what amalgamation is? Why did Boch and Ventersdorp come together in the first place?
A re ka boela ko morago ra tlhalosa gore go lenyalo le la Tlokwe le Ventersdorp ke eng se se dirileng gore le nne teng.
Have a team that investigated the issues back in the day before the amalgamation to come and explain why it was necessary for these two municipalities to come together.
Go tle batho bao ba e leng gore ke bona ba ba neng ba dira tiro e ya gore go tlile jang gore ditoropo tse pedi tse di tshwaragangwe,
So that we can focus more on developing and building
re kgone go tsepamisa mogopolo mo go tlhabololeng le mo go ageng,
than conflict and fighting.
go na le gore re lwe re supasupane ka menwana.
We have a very violent past.
Re na le morago le le tletseng tlhakatlhakano la dintwa.
It's been maybe 30 years since that violent past,
Ke nnile dingwaga di ka nna 30,
but we haven't actually developed anything
ga ise ke tota re tlhabolle sepe
substantial.
se se tshwaregang,
We've killed each other,
re bolayane,
maimed each other,
ra utlwisana botlhoko,
and made sure that people live in suffering
ra netefatsa gore batho ba tshela ka kutlo,
while others live off of that,
ba e leng gore bona go na le ba e leng gore ga ba tshele jalo,
which is very unfair.
se e leng gore ka nnete seo ga se a siama.
I ask that we come together
Ke kopa gore a re tle mmogo
just this once.
gangwe fela
With the violent past that we all know,
le morago la rona le re le itseng la dintwa,
whether you're white, colored, black, we are all human beings here. Could we just come together
rotlhe re batho a re ka tla mmogo
and start building our communities
re simololle re age mafelo a baagi ba rona,
so that we are not faced with such challenges such as drugs, prostitution, abuse, rape, like domestic violence, these are causes of exactly what we are doing right
ra
now
nna
to
le
each
dilo
other.
tse di tshwanang le tiriso dikgoka ya bong, go bolayana, dilo di tshwana le bo dipetelelo. A re tlhokomeleng gore dilo tseo re di beele ko thoko.
Thank you.
Ke a leboga.
Thank you very much.
Baie dankie.
We are now moving towards the end.
Ons kom nou nader aan die einde van ons vergadering.
I would like to have the executive secretary of the committee around.
Ek vra graag die uitvoerende sekretaresse van die komitee kom.
As we work in wrapping up this public hearing,
Terwyl ons nou klaarmaak met hierdie openbare verhoor,
once more would like to advise that written submissions are still open.
wil ons graag noem dat geskrewe indienings wel nog steeds oop is.
The cut-off date is the 29th of August.
Die afsnydatum is die 29ste Augustus.
You still have an opportunity to go back to your communities with the draft bill.
So daar is
En
nog
dan-
steeds geleentheid om terug te gaan na die gemeenskappe toe met hierdie wetsontwerp
and engage and deliberate on the bill.
en praat en gesels oor hierdie wetsontwerp.
And then you can submit as individual,
En dan kan
as an organization, as civil movements.
Dan kan u indienings indien as 'n individu, as 'n sosiale beweging of selfs as 'n gemeenskap of organisasie.
Then once this process is done, we are now to move to Limpopo and the Western Cape.
En as ons dan nou klaar is hiermee, gaan ons dan nou voortgaan na Limpopo toe en na die Wes-Kaap.
Then the committee will consolidate all your inputs.
En aan die einde daarvan sal die komitee al die insette konsolideer.
Matters related to the immediate demarcation process.
Kwessies wat te doen het met die huidige afbakeningsproses,
We will take them to the Demarcation Board.
sal na die afbakeningsraad geneem word.
And only process your comments on the bill.
En ons vra dat julle net kommentaar gee op hierdie
Then
wetsontwerp.
we will deliberate as the multi-party committee
En dan sal ons saam besluit as die
and
multipartytjie
take a decision informed by your inputs
en 'n besluit neem wat ingelig is deur u insette
whether to approve
om dit
or
of goed te
reject
keer,
the bill
of om die wetsontwerp af te keer
and submit the bill to Parliament.
en om dan hierdie wetsontwerp aan die
For
parlement
approval.
in te dien vir hulle goedkeuring.
Once the bill is approved by Parliament, it will be presented to the National Council of Provinces.
Wanneer dit goedgekeur is, dan sal dit oorgedra word na die nasionale vergadering van provinsies.
The National Council of Provinces will undertake the same process of public hearings.
En hulle sal 'n soortgelyke proses van openbare deelname voer.
And then they will go back as the council and take a decision.
En dan sal hulle as raad teruggaan en ook 'n besluit neem.
If they approve the bill,
Indien hierdie wetsontwerp goedgekeur word,
it will be sent to the president to sign as an act of law.
sal dit na die president gestuur word om in te teken as 'n wet.
So please, the Constitution enjoins you
So asseblief, die grondwet verplig u
to participate fully in lawmaking process.
om deel te neem in wetmakingsprosesse.
We are now in a lawmaking process.
Ons is juis nou besig met hierdie wetmakingsproses.
I understand that there are issues that are hurting you around the measure.
Ek weet daar is kwessies wat u benadeel met
As I
betrekking
have
tot die
indicated, those
samestelling.
matters we are taking them to the board and the CEO is here.
En soos ek genoem het, daardie kwessies sal na die raad en die
And the
uitvoerende
board
bestuur
had
geneem word.
indicated that in September, October,
En die raad
they
het
are
aangedui
coming back, holding public hearings with you on these issues.
Die raad het aangedui dat hulle in September en Oktober sal terugkeer en dan weer bespreek oor hierdie kwessies.
Can we now call upon the executive secretary?
Ons vra nou
To
vir
make an
uitvoerende
announcement?
sekretarisse om 'n aankondiging te maak.
Thank you very much.
Baie dankie.
Just again, the closing date for written submissions is 29 August 2023.
Net om weer te bevestig, die sluitingsdatum vir indienings is die 29ste Augustus 2023.
The submissions must be addressed to the chairperson, Honorable F.D. Kasa,
Hierdie indienings moet gerig word aan die voorsitter, agbare FD Kasa,
and must be emailed to imdab@parliament.gov.za.
en moet per e-pos gestuur word aan imdab@parliament.gov.za.
And if there's any queries or questions, you can contact Shireen Kasim on 083-709-8533.
En indien daar enige vrae is, asseblief, die kontakpersoon is Shireen Kasim. Haar nommer is 083-709-8533.
And then lastly, the committee has organized some lunch for you, so if everybody can stay seated, officials from Parliament will direct you to where you can get the lunch. Thank you very much.
En dan ten slotte, daar is middagete gereël. Ek vra asseblief dat almal bly sit totdat die beamptes vir u sal wys waarom die kos te kry.
The committee considers all your inputs as equally important
Komitee ag alle insette as gelykwaardig belangrik
in shaping this bill into a law.
in die vorming van hierdie wetsontwerp in 'n wet.
Now we have come to an end of this hearing. The session is adjourned.
Ons het aan die einde hiervan gekom. Die vergadering is verdaag.
Thank you.
Dankie.
Yes, at least.
Thank you so much.
Aren't we going for a photo shoot?
Yes, we are going for
Don't
a
go
photo
before
shoot.
you go for a photo shoot.
Comrade,
Tell those
we're going
others.
for a photo shoot.